Hey guys, and welcome back. I have the Seven Swords, and we are back in RimWorld, the tribe that will one day become the Phoenix Empire. They're currently known as the Phoenix Empire because I don't know how to change the name partway through, and I didn't want to have a different name than what they were going to eventually be. In the last one, we had Ray's join us, who is an android. He's currently kind of unhappy because of the fact that we have all of these things going on, and he's a pacifist, when we are definitely not pacifist. Ooh, another transport crash. This one's from the Blue Moon Corporation. It's actually a group that I'm not a big fan of because they are very hostile, but I usually will end up bringing them in. Um, we're gonna go ahead and capture this guy, but we're gonna end up releasing him. We're gonna capture him, convert him, and then send him back to his people. I thought I removed the mod that did that. I must have been mistaken. Convert then release. What's this guy doing? This guy is convert. We must be planning on recruiting him. Oh yes, this was the cook that we wanted to bring in. Why is his health not being? Why is he not being healed? Where's one of my doctors? Raze, come over here and tend to this guy, please. We'll have Raze do it since Raze is one of our better doctors right now. Now, much like I mentioned before, we're not really a big fan of the Blue Moon Corporation. But we aren't going to be fighting them. Do technology level. My technology is now medieval. Nice. I did want to do this to give us a little bit of an edge. Well, not really to give us an edge, but more of to set up how this is supposed to be running. So medieval, that's fine. That's fine. What I want to do is go to project settings. We're going to go with this, which will increase how much, if it's above our tech level, it'll basically make it more expensive. But in return, we're going to cut everything that is above our tech level or below in half. So basically it'll make everything cheaper that we can do as our tech level, but everything else is more expensive. Now, thanks to that mod, we will increase the tech level as we saw there, which was us moving to medieval. Duster's a medical emergency, but that's because of how low his blood level got. He's fine. He will recover. Lizzie, let's talk to the Sith and see what they've got. I don't need advanced components yet. Don't feel like wasting the money trying to buy them at this moment. We'll have more options, I'm pretty sure. I'm tempted to get the tube television, even though we don't have, but my brain's just telling me like it's a bad idea because we don't have we don't have electricity. We'll just go ahead and leave that. We could buy their stallion, but we don't have a mare, so there's no way to breed horses. We did get an alpaca, apparently. I'm tempted to butcher it because I don't want to raise alpaca. Yeah, we're going to. We have quite a few alpaca on the map, but like I said, we're looking to um, work with them. I actually do like starting as tribal. My only issue with playing as tribal long term is that your enemies will get like more advanced, and eventually you won't be able to take them on because their technology is too good. So we basically don't have a choice in whether or not we advance in technology. What I'm going to start doing, though, is I'm going to start pausing the recording and bringing you guys back as we make progress. Um, it will mean that I will have to record slower because it'll take more time to get one episode because I won't be recording live. But I will try to bring you guys back if anything happens that is necessary. Our Archbishop is unfulfilled. Hopefully Reyes can hold that position, and hopefully we can convert him over to our side and give him that position within the future. And there they go, eating my food. I wish I knew why they did that. I completely hate them doing that because they just drained my food supply. Jerks. I'm actually going to increase this again. Actually, no, I'm not going to increase it because we don't have enough. We don't have enough food for us to be doing that, or we don't have a way of freezing it right now. But I'll bring you guys back once we have um, something to show. All right, welcome back, guys. The reason I brought you back is we have two lovers in the colony. Lizzie and Dan, much like I thought, have fallen in love with one another. So Dan is now Lizzie's lover. They'll be living together in this bedroom. Dan gets the benefits of being the tribe chief's, the chiefess's wife or husband. It would be the chief's husband or the chief's wife, but he is not the chief. She is the chief. The second bedroom for now is going to go to Reyes if we if we end up making them our person. Looks like Dan doesn't have anything to do. Dan's good at growing. He doesn't really have anything to do though other than that. So what we're going to do is we're going to build a couple of learning desks. And I'm going to start putting down, I'm going to get some learning built. What's this relationship? There are people who have relationships with your tribe's people or prisoners in the arriving group. The Ranger of Eleanor is aunt to the Refuge Duster, which I think Duster is, yeah, he's like one of our and we have the aunt and the father of Duster currently visiting. Now, there's nothing I really can do about this. Like, I can't talk to them and be like, "Hey, I've got your person. Do you want to buy him or something? You want to pay for his freedom or something like that?" Which I'm not really that. I wouldn't be that big into doing it anyways because I don't need to do that. I do need to convert this guy over a little bit quicker though. I'd like to convert him a little bit quicker. It is decreasing. I wonder if that's because of his mood decreasing or yeah, his mood's decreasing, but he's not gaining. Yeah. I'd like to convert him, but sadly our conversion isn't something working yet. I could technically give the position temporarily to Otter, since she has a social of 4. Ah, that's finished. Okay, so what I want to do is plants, mining, construction, and then crafting. And then what we do is we do these. Do these forever. I apologize again for coughing. I'm still fighting off the last bits of the cold, although I feel like it's getting to the end. I'm at the point now that I'm not bothering to take Dayquil during the day. I'm only taking NyQuil at night. Oops, that was the construction bill. So this one goes down to 7 as well, or down to 6 as well. Because once they're above 6, they're fine to go back into doing their thing. Except for crafting, we're going to put crafting all the way up to 9. So now what this will do is, if they have the ability to, if they don't have the ability to do anything else, they will go and study. And then once they have a good enough skill in crafting, I will put them on crafting, and then they can do crafting. We got Centurion armor. It actually leaves us with the possibility of getting our fueled smithy up and running and start doing some smithy work. The abandoned device. This is the ARC project. We'll be getting that eventually. The ship to the stars. We might consider that eventually. I don't think we're going to leave the planet, but we might. We may send some of our group off planet. We may not all leave the planet, but we might send off some of our group if I end up deciding that that's what we want to do. Our conversion feels so slow. I know that we have a low population option, but I know that that's also not something that's going to work because we don't have low population right now. We have Drama and Comedy completed. This actually gives us another option for another recreation. Oh wait, that's what they're doing right now. We could build the thermal bath. Have we gotten to? No, we did not. I actually would like to do some controlled research real quick. I do have the issue of this not being able to show everything, so that is a problem for me, but I can find a way around that. Oh wait, no. There's androids. Huh. I wonder if that was fixed or if I just wasn't seeing it. But let's see. Not colony manager. It's vanilla something expanded. Nope, it's not that. Vanilla expanded? Maybe. Yes. Because what we're looking for is I would like. Where is it? Not that one, not that one. Not crafting benches, no. Temperature control. Because we need temperature control for when we get the freezer finished, and the freezer is getting close to getting finished. Oh, the corn finished. That makes sense. Temperature control? Yes, it was. Which hopefully we'll soon have this finished, and then we can use temperature control. I am going to floor this. I normally wouldn't floor the freezer because I don't really have a reason to need to floor the freezer, but I am going to floor the freezer. One thing I'd like to do. Where is a geothermal generator at? Or not a geothermal generator, a geothermal geyser. Here we go. Let's go ahead and move this one up to here. We're going to move it to right here. I'm going to put the I'm going to put a sauna over top of it. What happened to Dan? Chest burst pregnancy juvenile. Wait, what? When did he get chest bursted? What? That makes no sense. There we go. That'll at least help with his issue. I don't know how to feel about that. Affected by chest burst pregnancy if the implemented advances to severity 1, or if the creature dies within it when it is sufficiently advanced more than 90%. Did he always have a chest burster inside of him? Oh no. Well, Lizzie fell in love with the wrong person. There's nothing I can do, right? I can't, like, remove the chest burst, the pregnancy. I probably could, but I probably would need, like, some kind of, ability. Hmm. Well, that sucks. And here I thought he was going to be a good person. No wonder he's ravenously hungry. He's eating for two. Mazel tov, you're pregnant, but in the wrong way. Oh, that's bad. That is bad, bad, bad. Yeah, he's just gonna be hungry. Oop, prison break. Like I said, I don't know what's really going on with this whole chest burst pregnancy thing. Otter, back off. Recapture. I am curious what's gonna pop out and if it's gonna be on my side or if it's gonna be an enemy. Oh, that's why. Okay. Gonna mark that down real quick. I don't think they're gonna be. Yeah, they're not in any danger of dying. They're just bruised from the fight. Prisoner's probably in far worse shape. Well, not too bad. I wonder if he had a chest burster inside of him when he first showed up, and I just didn't see it, or maybe it didn't show it until now because he wasn't far enough along for it to be something that was noticeable. We are tribalistic, so we shouldn't. So we probably don't have the technology to notice. Hey, you've got something inside of you. Technically, could put him in. I could try to figure a way to save him, put him on ice or something until I can until I can bring him back. I'm curious if it's just going to tear out of his chest, and if we're going to have to deal with whatever comes out, and then we can just deal with it. I don't think I have the aliens mod. I think this is the chestburster pregnancy thing that where like there's genotypes that will basically implant things inside of you in order to reproduce. You robot, you don't sleep. Why are you in bed? You don't need to sleep. I think he's just healing. I think that's why he's in this bed. And all the beds in the hospital are currently being used. 96%. Oh, it's too advanced to be removed surgically. There's nothing I can do about it at this point. It's going to happen. I'm curious to see what happens though, because like I said, I don't know if this is going to be he's gonna pop, and I'm gonna get a new colonist from him popping, because there's gonna be a baby in there. This isn't coming out like an alien. This thing is gonna come out a baby. So it's gonna be up to us to decide what we do with this, and I'm guessing that we're probably going to adopt it. So I might want to start preparing for that. This was not how I planned on Lizzie getting an offspring. This is not what I was expecting, and I don't think it's going to count. Because normally what you would do is you'd have prisoners you'd do this to, and then you'd keep them in the hive until you get them. Because normally it's an insectoid thing, which that's the only thing I can think of is like maybe it's an insectoid. Because if it's an insectoid, then we're gonna have problems. Once he goes up to 99%, I'm gonna try and quarantine him. Because the last thing I want is for anybody to be in there. Okay, Lizzie, I apologize, but you're gonna have to not longer sleep with your lover because your lover's about to turn into something else. So Lizzie, remove Reigns and do me a favor and then forbid this door. All right, you guys are free to do as you see fit. Fell out of his bed. I think he fell out of his bed because he tried to get up. I'm not gonna rescue him though, because he's gonna something's gonna happen to him anyways. I'm gonna spread this so that these guys can come down and deal with this, so that the animatree is not worth the risk catching on fire. Like I said, I don't know what's in here, so that's why we're kind of quarantining him at this point. There's nothing I can do for him. Although if I let him die and his chest burst he only explodes in his chest, then we're good. The answer is, it was exactly what I was expecting. We got a baby. We got baby rodeo. So it's insectoid blood, insectoid flesh, insectoid pheromones. What's this mean? Consider that this gene doesn't make its carrier immune to insectoid attacks, as insectoids gone manhunter will still be aggressive. Gene line evolution, chest burster. Okay. Now, Lizzie's not gonna be happy about this. Yeah. She took a double hit because of him dying, and then everyone's gonna take the colonist death as a problem. Luckily, she has divine rule though, so she's gonna be super happy about that because she's the leader. But yeah, I guess this is the baby. We're gonna name you. Is that the symbol for boy or girl? That's the symbol for boy. We're gonna name you Dan Jr. And we're gonna name you Ember Heart we're gonna name you after your father, who was the chest bursted pregnancy you got. So, yeah, I don't have any answers to where this thing came from. Maybe he just maybe he just had it inside of him. I do not know. And let me guess, this is not in my home zone. Didn't include this. Nope, it did not include the entire thing. That's fine. We're gonna go ahead and start expanding the home zone manually. That's fine. Anything else that's got home zone that I don't want? Nope, that's fine. So I've never actually messed with the insectoids. I want to see what this managed gene line does. Create new gene line. So hive glands. Interesting. Because we could turn him into a hive warrior. We could get a bunch of warrior insects. Can I speed your life cycle up? Rapid life cycle. Okay, so you age faster. Oh wait, no. It doesn't speed his life cycle up at this age. He's too young. That's depressing. Okay. We're not gonna do anything with him yet. We are gonna need this. We are gonna need to bury Dan, though. That's completely fine. I also don't see it as an issue for her. I kind of wish she hadn't fallen in love with him when she did, because it would have been easier on me. But it's fine. Happens. It's actually funny that this is not the first time that this has happened to me. I mean, it's the first time that I've had a chest burster pregnancy in a colonist, but this is not the first time that I've had a colonist fall in love and then something happens to him literally a couple of days later. All right. Let's get the soldiers ready. Bring you two up. I am going to check this chest burster pregnancy thing out real quick. You are fine. Oh no, you need to be fed. That's fine. Probably need to move this up so that they're actually making the food for the baby. But give us a moment. First things first is to deal with this thing. I wasn't expecting to get a kid this episode. I was kind of hoping it would result in a pregnancy of Lizzie, but not in a pregnancy of the guy she was dating. Mining and construction, undergrounder, fast learner, insatiable. I do not want you. You're too old. I'm pretty sure you're not going to live for super long. But we will go ahead and capture you. Please take the baby to a safe location. Let's get it out of the bedroom where its father died. That's not what I meant. We haven't built that yet. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't know when I was able to start putting babies into the beds, but I can put the babies in the normal beds, so I don't know why that's a thing. The baby's going in the crib. Not precious playing, not precious feeding. Safe location. No safer location in the crib. What? Oh, it's because of how hot it is in here. Go ahead and start filling this with wood again. Not even that hot. It's only like 90 degrees. Whatever. Okay, I need all of you to stop bed resting because this is getting probably tiresome. You guys can bed rest if you guys have already gotten everything else done. A flash storm? Don't we have enough fire already? Sheesh. Otter, do me a favor and go dig this grave so we can get Dan buried. Please prioritize burying Dan before everybody starts getting upset that he's not been buried yet. And we can't do a what do you call for him because of the fact that he doesn't believe in our faith. So apparently we can't bury him. We can't have a funeral. That's fine. Now, I could give her the morbid trait and she could pray and she could meditate at his grave. I do that for some of them. Or if they lose a loved one, they get the morbid trait and they start polymethylene antifreeze. Interesting. Don't even know what that is. The robot might though. I like to think that the robot's trying to help us get our knowledge up. Maybe if this is one of those situations where they didn't know about technology prior, the robot's why they started to advance all of a sudden. That combined with the fact that Lizzie got word from an Archotech. I should be having them meditate more. We should go back to meditating again. I don't think the robot can meditate. Something tells me the robot doesn't have a focus. I don't even know if a robot can get a Psylink. And 15% sensitivity. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work. I would like rain, please. Oh god. Well, that's not good. No, we're gonna lose the food. zone, clear home zone. Please save the corn. Please try to save the corn. We are going to be focusing more on side focuses in the future. We might just let it burn at this point. I don't think I can save it. Okay, yep. Let the corn burn. Apparently the gods don't want us to have corn. What rain? Why can I not have rain? Okay, at least the anima tree is safe. So, please start fighting the fires here. I was about to say, put that out, please. Put that out. Put that out. Let that burn. That out. Okay, off. Off. Because if this burns, then that's fine. But I'm doing everything I can to keep it from burning out my cotton. No. 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 There is no permanent weather effect. We could have rain. It's not giving me rain. And it's destroying the... Gosh darn it. All of our freaking animals are going to get away. Annoying. Oh, we're going to lose the crop. Alright, fine. Deal with something else. I'll call you back over if it starts getting in the crops. Something tells me we're going to lose the crop. Alright. Please fight the fire. Now, the reason I'm going to focus Psycasters out this is so we can get water skip on at least Lizzie. And then I don't have to worry about this problem in the future. Thank you. Do not sow the next patch. What are you all doing? No idea. Why am I not getting rain? There's just no rain. First the gods... There's the rain. Sheesh, took forever. Alright. Back to this. Darn it. Let me select the fields. Turn them all back on smart. There's our tribute. There's the tribute collector. Again, we won't be doing tributes until we're a little bit more settled in. Like when I was running the last playthrough. I want to do tributes eventually, but obviously I'm not going to be giving them what I don't have. Select all of this, and forbid. Hopefully they focus on fixing this. Where is Otter? There she is. She's still sleeping. That's fine. I'm actually going to tell Otter that she's not going to be meditating with the others. She's going to be focused on working. Sorry, Otter. I need you to finish getting the kitchen floored. Which actually, I can also put this guy back on to 6 because the robot can do the work and he can't do anything much else. So he's going to do only researching. One moment. I apologize. I was caught off guard by that one. We are going to tell them to go ahead and mine out this asteroid. Well, the Altex meteor. Where are you going? That's fine. Oh no. It's a bad guy with a gun. What the? He stole something. I can't say that I'm too much worried about what he stole. You do not do childcare. I get why she was doing why I had her on childcare, but no, no, no. Otter, I don't think you're understanding this. You know what? You're not allowed to come out of that room until you finish. Thank you. Large passive cooler. We're missing the wood. No. I need more wood. Cross the map. Harvest them all. The lift is a gift. A nerve spike. Oh. You both are equally bad at shooting. We're gonna give that to Muffalo. Can't say I was expecting that. Storage. Nothing perishable. Nothing non-perishable. Nothing rotten. Corpses. There we go. Now we are going to get storage in here eventually. We're going to put like meat hooks for the corpses. We're going to put shelves for the food, just like we did in the last one. Put the meat hooks there. And I'll go ahead and put down a few of these shelves. And then I'm going to put one shelf unit here, and this is going to have all the meals. I know I said I was going to give this to our second in command. Oh wait, no, that's Lizzie's room. But I'm going to give this one to Otter. I'm not going to make Lizzie sleep in the room that her husband died in, or her lover died in. That seems unnaturally mean. Muffalo, you might want to consider. I was going to say defending yourself, but let's run. Melees, please assist. Alright, how are we looking for injuries? Lizzie is in no immediate danger. Muffalo has 6 hours left to live. Not romance. 10 Buffalo. I'm going to do a bit of tending right now just to get him up to a relatively normal state. Alright. 2 of you can go off to heal now because you are now both in no immediate danger at the moment. That'll let the robot come in and fix you up. Alright. Well, android. I shouldn't be calling him a robot. He's not a robot. But I hope you guys enjoyed this one. It's a bit of an interesting one. We got a new colonist in the form of Emberheart. Form of baby Emberheart. Ooh, the robot's feeding him. And apparently Muffalo has a infection, so best quality medicine for you. Rest until healed. But I will see you guys in the next one. That should be good. Muffalo is going to be told to bed rest. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.